In the silent vastness of the sky, one shape cuts through the blue with subtle menace. A single-engine fighter, its nose pointed toward tomorrow's horizon, yet born of yesterday's needs. This is the story of the JF-16, a modern multirole warrior craft destined to reshape air power in ways few foresaw. From the moment the threat emerged, the designers, pilots, and strategists behind the JF-16 understood one truth. In the age of speed and stealth, anything less than dominance in the sky is surrender. In the late 1990s and early 2000s, air forces around the world observed a changing battlefield, aging third-generation fighters, strict budgets, and rising regional rivals boasting newer systems. In that gap between capability and cost, the JF-16 was conceived. Development began as a partnership between an air force seeking to replace obsolescent interceptors and strike aircraft, and a manufacturing base determined to build a sovereign solution. The objective: a fighter that could not only intercept enemy aircraft, but also carry out ground attack, anti-ship, and reconnaissance missions, all on the budget of a light fighter. This twin requirement shaped every decision: size, weight, avionics, engine, and weapon systems. When the prototype first flew, engineers measured the demands of modern threats: radar-equipped adversaries, beyond visual range missiles, networked air defense systems. The JF-16's design reflects that awareness. Its airframe uses a semi-monocoque structure built of aluminium alloys, steel, and titanium in the main load-bearing sections. Wing planform, tail surfaces, and fuselage are optimized for a balance of low-level terrain follow and moderate maneuverability. Composite materials and radar-absorbent treatments reduce its signature, even if true stealth was never the primary aim. The wings are mid-mounted with a moderate sweep, equipped with leading-edge extensions to improve high-angle attacking behavior. Control surfaces are split into elevons and rudder, aided by a digital fly-by-wire flight control system that ensures pilot inputs translate into safe, precise responses, even under high G. The cockpit canopy is one piece, bubble-shaped for enhanced visibility. Behind it lies an avionics bay, housing mission, computers, data links, and sensor fusion architecture. At the heart of its sensor suite lies a modern radar and newer blocks, a true active electronically scanned array AESA radar with multi-target tracking and high resistance to jamming, infrared search, and track IRST systems. Helmet-mounted sighting, and improved electronic countermeasure ECM pods further augment the pilot's awareness. Network-enabled, the JF-16 is capable of receiving data from airborne early warning assets, sharing target tracks, and executing coordinated attacks in concert with other platforms. Power and performance define the margin between life and death in air combat. That JF-16 is propelled by a single afterburning turbofan engine, rated at approximately 19,000 pounds of thrust in basic specification, and up to 19,000 to 20,000 pounds, or approximately 84 kilonewtons with afterburner depending on the chosen variant. In the Block 3 configuration, the engine may be upgraded to a more modern model, increasing thrust and improving reliability. Weapon systems are the business end of the battlefield. The JF-16 carries a twin-barrel internal cannon standard 23 mmGs H&E Ju San Ni, or similar primed for close-in engagements. Surrounding that are 7 hardpoints and an upgraded blocks even more, able to support up to 7,000 to 8,000 pounds, 3,200 to 3,600 kilograms of mixed ordnance. Air-to-air missiles include short-range missiles such as the PL-5E or Place-29, mid-range visual range missiles like the PL-12 SD-10 and in the Block 3 variant. Long-range missiles such as the PL-15E with ranges beyond 100 kilometers. For air-to-ground work, the JF-16 can deploy precision-guided bombs, laser, or satellite general-purpose bombs, Mk-82/84, anti-ship missiles, cluster bomblets, and rocket pods. EC spoofing pods and jammers provide survivability in contested airspace, while targeting pods with electro-optical infrared sensors allows standoff engagement of ground targets. Operational history for the JF-16 is already rich. Although relatively young compared with legacy fighters, it has been exported, deployed, and tested in live tensions. It serves as the backbone of the Air Force that commissioned it, replacing older interceptors and strike aircraft at a fraction of cost of heavier multirole jets. At international air shows, the JF-16 Block 3 has made its debut, showcasing mid-air refueling and long-haul deployment. It has been deployed in pilot training, air defense patrols, regional standoffs, and has even been credited in local reports with air-to-air successes in contested border clashes, while independent verification remains subject to details. The aircraft's performance and operations has accelerated interest from foreign buyers. In terms of tactics and doctrine, the JF-16 embodies modern, flexible warfare. Pilots trained on it are taught first look, first shot, first kill in beyond visual range domains, while retaining the ability to revert to close-in dogfight when required. The digital cockpit and helmet-mounted display allow rapid missile queuing and target handoff. In ground attack missions, the JF-16 can perform low-level terrain following ingress, release precision weapons, and then egress at low altitude or transition to air superiority if threatened. Flight leaders use networked data link to coordinate swarms of aircraft, surface radar, and AWACS assets, enabling sensor-to-shooter loops far tighter than previous generations. Commanders emphasize flexibility. The same airframe switching in minutes from air patrol to maritime strike to ground suppression. How does it compare with rival platforms? Consider the venerable F-16 Fighting Falcon and Dassault Rafale. In raw numbers, the F-16 has more global presence, longer service history, and an extensive ecosystem. The JF-16 has been described as a cost-effective alternative rather than a full peer to the top tier. Fourth-generation fighters. The Rafale boasts higher payload, more hardpoints, and longer range in some estimates. Yet the JF-16's advantage lies in its affordability, export flexibility, and rapid upgrade path. In an age where quantity still matters alongside quality, the JF-16 offers many air forces a credible multirole option. It may not match the F-15 or CI-5 in absolute performance, but in its niche of cost-effective multirole operations, it is formidable. Today, the JF-16 is more relevant than ever. Its home Air Force continues to upgrade fleets from Block I through Block II and into Block III, the latter featuring AESA radar, helmet-mounted queuing, modern ECM dorsal fin extended fuel tanks, and compatibility with long-range missiles. Export orders have been signed or are in discussion with multiple countries seeking affordable combat capability. The presence of the JF-16 at international and its detection in real-world operations signals it is no longer an aspirant but an actor on the airpower stage. Future versions may include improved engines, stealth coatings, internal weapons, carriage, and unmanned wingman cooperating with the manned aircraft. And yet, amidst all the steel, sensors, and ordnance, the true test of the JF-16 remains human. Inside the cockpit sits one pilot, making decisions in fractions of a second, trusting the machine to deliver when the moment demands. For every radar lock, missile launch, or ground strike, there is a human heartbeat. The JF-16 stands as a symbol of ambition, of strategic sovereignty, of the shifting balance in modern skies. When the sun sets and the roar of the engine fades into memory, what remains is the silhouette of that jet climbing to our dawn. In that ascent lies the future of air power. The story of the JF-16 reminds us, dominance in the air is not guaranteed by legacy alone, but earned through innovation, cost-effectiveness, and bold purpose. And as long as the sky demands protectors, the JF-16 will stand ready, silent, rapid, lethal. Feel free to adjust specific stats engine model, thrusts, range, variant names to match your channel's verified content or visuals. If you want a shorter or alternate tone version, I can help craft that too.